forget about San Antonio. You don't want the crime. You don't want the troubles. You probably hate the neighborhoods. I got the perfect place for you, and it's only 30 minutes north of San Antonio. But the only problem is nobody in New Braunfels wants you to come here either. Well, that's what the city people say. They don't want people coming here because it's growing too fast. But guess what? The city of New Braunfels says otherwise. They're building all these different sports complex. They're ramping up housing, and you'll see in this video, there's just so many options, whether you want a new home, an old home, if you want to live far apart, you want to live on top of each other. New Braunfels, Texas is the place that you want to be. But again, remember, the citizens don't want you. So if you want to know everything there is to know about New Braunfels, where to eat, sleep, play, and if you love water, this is one of the best places in Texas to enjoy the outdoors and water sports. So in this video, we're going to cover all that. So stick around because we're getting to it right now. All right, so we're sitting here in New Braunfels, in downtown New Braunfels, and I apologize in advance because some of these people, they have these mufflers. I have no idea what they're trying to do. I guess it's a cool thing to do, but really it's not cool. So anyway, New Braunfels is located about 30 miles away from San Antonio, the San Antonio airport, and about 32 miles away from downtown San Antonio. So to give you a frame of reference, we're right on the I-35 corridor, just north of San Antonio. Now, why do I said that the people don't want you to live here? And I'm not even lying. Like, they don't want outsiders moving in to New Braunfels. But you know what? Suck it up, because it's inevitable, right? Like, when cities grow, they grow. I'm sure at one point San Antonio was a small town and they didn't want anybody moving in, but look at us now. We're upwards of 2 million people living in the greater San Antonio area. So it's gonna happen, right? So if you're from New Braunfels and you don't want people moving here, guess what? Put in the comments below, because quite frankly, I don't think people care. My name's Jesse Lopez. I'm the owner of Blue Utopia Realty in San Antonio, Texas. We're not in San Antonio today, but guess what? We service the entire greater San Antonio area. And I built this channel for two reasons. One, because I love San Antonio, but it seems like people want to live outside of San Antonio, so I decided to cover New Braunfels today. And we've been helping people like you relocate for years. Like, we just help. I've helped somebody just recently move here from Guatemala, somebody from Oklahoma City, somebody from California, and we're working on New York, Korea, and a whole bunch of other places. So if that's you and you want to know everything there is to know about living, sleeping, eating, living in San Antonio, Texas, then do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button, tap on that bell so you're notified every single time we put out a new video. Listen to this. What the hell? Like, what is that about? I don't understand. Maybe it's you younger folks that want all this noise, but I definitely don't care for that. So I apologize again for the noise. Maybe this was a bad area, but actually I'm having fun. It's we're at New Braunfels Coffee. This is a drink called the Sunrise. It's a smoothie, and it's really delicious. So when you come to New Braunfels, come down to the New Braunfels Coffee spot. But bring your earplugs, because noisy cars are going to pass by the entire time. But anyway, so what's the allure of New Braunfels? Well, New Braunfels is just a small town feel. Like, really, this is downtown. It feels like I just stepped into the 1950s, except everybody's wearing up-to-date clothing. And it's not a big city vibe. But, you know, as you expand out from downtown, which this is downtown, you're going to run into more things to do. Why would you want to live here? Well, quite frankly, you don't want to be in a big city like San Antonio. Like I said, people have been calling me and complaining about, you know, the neighborhoods. I did a video right up here about the 10 most dangerous neighborhoods in San Antonio. If you haven't watched it, watch it. If you have watched it, just know that there are some really nice places in San Antonio. And like, for instance, I just did a video right here of Encino Park. There you go. Watch that video. That's a nice place to live. There's so many different nice places to live in San Antonio. But if you don't want to live in San Antonio, I get it. Some of the things that draw people to like New Braunfels is a lower tax rate. Like, for instance, later in this video, I'm going to take you to a new build community where the tax rates are like 1.3, and in general in San Antonio the tax rates are about 2.5 to all the way to 2.9, like in the neighborhood that I live in, which is Alamo Heights. So if you want to get away from the city and not pay those big city taxes, this could be an option for you. So speaking of living here, what are you going to find? Well, you're going to find new homes, you're going to find old homes, you're going to find big homes, and you're going to find small homes. It whatever you want to find, and I say this in other videos, it doesn't matter what kind of house you want. I'm going to find it for you. I'm more concerned about the lifestyle that you want to live. So speaking of the lifestyle, God, turn that music down. Like, I bet you in San Antonio, there's not people like, well, there probably is. But anyway, I'm more concerned about your lifestyle. What do you want out of life? Like, do you want to be somewhere tranquil? Do you want to be near water? Do you want to be, in a walkable area? Like, those are the things that we concern ourselves with, because we're going to find you the home no matter what. Like, you tell us the lifestyle, we'll find you the home. Bam, marriage, boom, made in heaven, right? So some of the things that you can expect when you're here living in New Braunfels is this is kind of a destination location. There's some rivers here, and people like to come here and they go tubing. But with tubing also comes partying, right? So if you're not about being around crowds, about being around people who like to partake of beverages, adult beverages, this is not one, but you get the point. This is probably not a good town for you, because there's going to be that, like right now is right in the dead of summer, and people come here from all over Texas, all over the United States to go tubing, to drink, to barbecue, to have a good time. And although you can't see it right now because this is during the weekday, on the weekend, this place is bananas. So if you like the outdoors, you like water sports, you like going to parks, this is going to be a good fit. But if you don't like that, then don't come here. This is not the place for you. But let's say that you do want to live here. Like, you know what, Jesse, I can deal with that. What are the homes like? Well, I already told you the types of homes you're going to find. You're going to find traditional, craftsmen, and the whole slew of them. But how much is it going to hurt your pocketbook? Because, San Antonio is pretty expensive to live in. But in New Braunfels, you can actually find homes under 200, no, as I was, under 300,000. You're not going to find anything, well, not that I know of, or that's habitable for under 200,000. But under 300,000, you can buy a new built home. Actually, the average home price here in New Braunfels is $361,000. So that kind of gives you an idea of the average price point. But if you want to go a little bit more extravagant, then obviously you're going to be able to find it. If you want to go a little bit lower in price, you probably will find it, but I can't guarantee what it's going to look like, right? It could be something new, it could be something old, but we could find you that home. What about, since it is a small town and there's less people here, the crime rate is a little bit better than San Antonio. So we were looking at the stats, and the crime rates are negligible, if anything, right? Like, we actually ran down the murder rate, like how many people get murdered here in New Braunfels, and it was a big goose egg. Like, no people have been murdered. I don't know if that's true. You'd have to do your own research, but according to niche.com that was reporting these statistics, it was zero, like no murders. In San Antonio, what was the San Antonio? It was like 360 murders or something. I don't remember, but it's a lot more than zero, I'll tell you that. All you got to do is turn on the news every evening in San Antonio. As a matter of fact, just last night, I was watching the news, and this morning, and they're talking about, I would say maybe 5 people got murdered yesterday in San Antonio. Here, nothing. That's great, right? But that may have something to do with, the people that live here. They take pride in ownership in their city. And like I told you, they don't want you here. Like, I'm not even joking. There's episodes and videos that I've seen where locals are asked, like, hey, do you want people moving here? And they're like, no, we don't want to. And I don't know why, but most people don't even want Californians here. Like, you're from California, stay away, don't come here. I don't know if they're being serious or not. They probably are. But anyway, that's for a different video. The crime rate is significantly lower than the national average, so you don't have to worry about that. we'll put the stats maybe right here so you can see what those stats are as far as the crime rate here. So another thing that people ask about, hold on, let's listen to this bell because I'm sure that's drowning me out. It's a good time for a drink. It's not even on the hour. I don't know what it's doing. It's telling us it's 3:45 in the afternoon. So schools, everybody's always concerned about schools, and I'm real happy to report that the schools here are, maybe high upper B's, lower A's, somewhere in that area. Uh, New Braunfels, like I said, is exploding. There's a lot of people moving here, so they have to keep building more schools to accommodate all the influx of people. But still, to stay in the upper B's and lower A's as far as ratings from niche.com, that's great. Like it hasn't gotten to the San Antonio standard where some areas are like C's and D's, and trust me, you don't want to go to those schools. But here you can actually find decent schools that you could put your children in, right? To send your children off to school. So those are some good things about New Braunfels. Like you can actually come here and feel safe. You're gonna find a lot of diesel trucks here. So if you're not into diesel trucks and loud noises, this might not be the place for you. But I digress. So you move here, you feel safe, you got great schools, you got the small town charm, you have walkability. You can go to area parks like Landa Park is a great destination place. You can go out there with your family, have fun, go fishing, jump in the river, get wet, cool down. Those are things that people come here to New Braunfels for. And actually, there's one more thing that New Braunfels has that I typically enjoy. My wife and I go to it, maybe 3 or 4 times throughout the summer, and that's a Stars and Stripes drive-in. There's an actual drive-in. You can come here, watch a movie. We back up our truck. We sit on the bed of the truck. We put lawn chairs. We bring our cooler, and we just have a good old time watching movies. So that's a good pastime to go to the movies. I'm starting to rethink this spot, but guess what? We're going to press forward because this is downtown New Braunfels. Like, who doesn't want that? What else? There's a dance hall in Green, Texas, which Green is spelled Gue something. We'll put it down here, right? Green, Texas. They have a dance hall. So if you like dancing, you like country music, you see that bus that just passed by? That's not a school bus. If you notice, it has this big trailer in the back of it. Those are for inner tubes. Like, okay, if you've never been tubing, you got to come to New Braunfels. You go to the top of the river where the current is flowing downriver, and you rent a tube, and then you just go down the river, have fun, drink beer, BS with your friends, and then at the bottom of the river they pick you up. That's what those trailers are for. They throw your inner tubes in there, then they drive you all the way back upriver to where your car is at. They kick you off the bus and say, hey, go home. So if you like tubing, it's great. There's this actual spot that my family and I go to. What is the name of it? I can't remember the name of it. I'm going to put the name right here. I can't remember the name of it. It has to do something with water, but it's a great place. It kind of shoots you out from the river. It's like a chute, and you get dumped into the river, and then you just go cruising down, with your inner tube and your family and friends. It's a good time. What may you not like about New Braunfels? Well, the people. Maybe the people aren't friendly because I told you they don't want you here. Once they find out where you're from and why you moved here, they might not be hospitable. Like, even though we're a southern town, this is supposed to be Southern charm. I'm imagining that you probably would run into some a-holes that would not treat you very good. So that might not be something you like. Oh, something that you will like, definitely, if you've never had Texas barbecue, strap on, because this is one of the places you can get some of the best barbecue, and I'm referring to Black's Barbecue. So Black's Barbecue is here in New Braunfels. They have one on Loop 337, so you can go there, you can eat Black's Barbecue, but really the original is in Lockhart, Texas, which is not far from here. If you want to try different types of barbecue, they're all Texas barbecue, but I should say different barbecue from different places. Lockhart, Texas is just miles from here. You can go there, enjoy a Sunday or Saturday, and eat some barbecue. But do go early because um, they run out of barbecue. Like so many people go there to eat, and yeah, they just run out of barbecue. But anyway, overall, what do I think of New Braunfels? I think it's a cool place to visit. It's not my cup of tea. I don't go tubing every weekend. I don't, I like the country feel, but my wife likes to live in the city, and that's where we're from, right? So that's why we live where we live. But if that's not what you want to live out in the country, you want to live in a small town, this is definitely a place that you can move to. So let's do what my favorite part of the video is. Let's jump in the truck. Let's drive around some neighborhoods. I'll take you to the new build community. If you want to buy a new build home, you'll be able to find that. And we'll even show you footage of where this new sports complex is going to go. It's called Skip's Family Sports Complex, I believe. And they're going to have like baseball diamonds, pickleball courts, soccer fields, and the like it's going to be just an awesome, phenomenal complex. I think the budget right now is at 40 million, so they're going to spend a lot of money. It's going to be a great complex. We'll show you the renderings, and you'll see what that's all about. So let's go ahead and head on the truck, go for a drive, show you a little bit of New Braunfels, Texas. All right, so here's my favorite part of the video. We're going to drive around New Braunfels, show you some homes. There's definitely a lot to see, and a variety. So right now in the neighborhood that we're in, we're right outside of downtown. So we're going to show you some homes that are a lot older, but man, they have a lot of character, and they're really sought after homes. So notice how, again, they're older, and I would imagine these homes were built in the 40s, 50s, but just like every other mature neighborhood that I ever show you, these homes have a lot of cover, meaning that the trees are nice and mature. There's a sense of community. And I will tell you that you'll see right now, because we're making a turn here, some of the homes are in need of repair. But to me, that just looks like an opportunity. If you don't mind getting your hands dirty and picking up one of these homes that need a little bit of work, then you could really win big here, because I mean they're solidly built. Old homes, I'm a true believer that are built really solid because they use more dense wood. They were just stronger. They were just really built to last. Nothing against today's homes, but they are a little bit more flimsier because they say technology, made them better, but I'm a little skeptical. So I'm going to turn here and take a look at these homes right here. Again, nice big yards. Typically a home that you would see, maybe your grandmother lived in one, or, maybe you grew up in a home like this when you were younger. Look at that right there. That's Boy Scouts of America. Huh, pretty cool. So they're, a lot older homes, which are pretty cool. And one thing that, when you live this close to downtown, the river is right up the road. So you got to be careful, because some people will, and check out these homes right here. These are brand new. This is like something you would see in San Antonio. They're brand new. They're these homes that go straight up. But on this side over here, you can't see it there off camera. These homes are built on stilts. So they're up off the ground. I don't think there's a flood hazard out here, but you just never know. They might know something that I don't. So you can see that there's a variety of houses out here. Let's turn over here. And maybe they do know something that I don't know. Here on my right is some apartments. That's not, speaking of apartments, if you do want to live in an apartment, then you can actually rent about $1,500 is where the average rent is right now. But check out these homes right here. They're on stilts. So if it ever flooded, that's probably why, because the river's right down the street, you would be protected. But all these other older homes are not on stilts, and they seem to be doing fine. But this is a typical neighborhood that you'll see near downtown New Braunfels. So let's go ahead and hit the road Let me go show you some newer neighborhoods and what you could expect to find here. Remember I told you about that tubing place? This is it right here. This is where one of them is, at least. It's 444 tubing. There's the shuttle will pick you up. Last one's at 7 p.m. So you get in there, you get dropped off, you get shot through, and they pick you up downriver. All right, we're gonna drive this way. Find a newer home, newer community, I should say. So look, everything here is about the river, about recreation, about having fun. That's why I say that if you want to be in the outdoors, doing outdoor stuff, you're going to find plenty of that here. Luckily, in the winter, it slows down. But honestly, San Antonio, or not, yeah, we're still close to San Antonio. I keep saying San Antonio. New Braunfels is just like San Antonio. There's not a lot of cold weather days. So you can enjoy a lot of this for a good part of the year. You got this place over here to my left that has margaritas to go. Again, this is a party destination. People want to come here. If you've ever been to New Braunfels, do me a favor, comment down below. Let us know what you thought about it. Would you want to live here if you don't live here? Also, if you're looking to buy a home and you need help, I get phone calls from people like you every single day. I help them buy homes here and find the perfect place for them and their family and their lifestyles. So do me a favor, call me, text me, email me, send me a smoke signal. I'll answer them all. I got your back when you're moving to San Antonio. So we're still like in the downtown area. We're gonna have to shoot off a little bit further away from downtown to show you a little bit newer homes, but we are on our way. I'm gonna make a little turn here, go through this older neighborhood again. I want to show you a couple more older homes, and then we'll make our way to a newer community. And we're actually going to go drive by Green, Texas, or by Green Dance Hall, so you could see that. It's a really nice place. Even if you live in San Antonio and you just come here for the weekend or for the day to hang out, get good food. And that's what everybody goes to Green for. They go there for good food. They go there for, for drinks, to hang out and just chill. It's a really nice place to go. So that's, again, some more older homes. I just feel like you step back in time, right? Like this is like the 1950s or something like that. These homes are built. They're probably older than that, but it just gives you a nostalgic feel for Americana, right? And that's what you'll find here in New Braunfels. The cities has everything that you need. Here's the library. They got parks. They got everything you would want. It's an actual bona fide city, so you don't have to worry about finding the creature comforts that you're used to, because unless it's like a big chain store that doesn't do anything here in New Braunfels, then you might not find that. But so here we're driving into a neighborhood that is a little bit newer, and by newer I mean they were probably built in the 1970s. So there's one right there that's been remodeled. So you can find newer homes. These are ranch style homes. Yeah, definitely newer than the downtown homes. We're gonna drive into the neighborhood because we're on the main street right now. Let's drive in there and see what you can find. All right, so like I mentioned, these homes are built in the late 60s, early 70s, ranch style homes. But look at the lots. The lots are a lot bigger than, an average home that's built today, right? You got plenty of land, you got a lot of mature trees, very quiet. I mean, this is my kind of neighborhood right here, but there's more neighborhoods than that. And for instance, like if you like to like be the outdoors person, and I've actually had clients call me and say, "Hey, Jesse, we want to buy a house, but we want to be in a place that has no HOA, and we could park our camping or our RV in the driveway." Well, check this out. You can do that in this neighborhood. I doubt it that they have an HOA because they weren't around then. But look at this home right here. It's got that RV. Then you got a second travel trailer right here. So if you want to live in a house where you can put your travel trailer, then this is probably your best bet to live out here in New Braunfels, because it's kind of the standard thing. Like people, they have RVs. They like to go camping, and there's definitely no HOA here. But even though there's no HOA, notice how these homes are well manicured. They are taken care of. So that just tells you the quality of residents, that they actually like their neighborhood, they like their neighbors, and they want to keep up with the aesthetics of the neighborhood, because that makes all the difference. So um, if I were to guess the demographics here, it will be an older community, not older community, but okay, look, here's something not weird, but we just stepped into a more modern neighborhood, and then take a look at these homes. Look at how close they are to each other. Look, I mean, they're built well. They look solid. They have brick all around, but look at how small the yards are compared to the neighborhood we were just in. So I was talking about, people caring about their neighborhood, their houses, their neighbors, and this one looks like people are taking care of it as well. But I guarantee you that this one has an HOA. So that's the difference that you can see in between, um, the different neighborhoods. The older neighborhoods, they have, bigger yards. The newer neighborhoods have smaller yards. The homes are built, you know, I wouldn't say the same, but they're built, where you can tell the difference. So let's go ahead and head on over to a new build community so I could show you that. And then, yeah, you'll see what $300,000 will buy you in New Braunfels for a brand new home. All right, as promised, we're here at one of the new build communities in New Braunfels, and I think you're gonna absolutely love this home right here, because you can get this home for the low 300s. And if you stick around, I'll tell you how you can get it even in the lower price range, about 295. So let's take a look inside and see what you can get. So one of the things that I like about this community or this builder is that they've really taken time to actually do some quality craftsmanship in the home. So like, for instance, one of my favorite things is these shaker type of cabinets. They're 42-inch cabinets. You have plenty of space, and it pairs well with the granite countertops that they have. So this community is electric community. So if gas is something you're looking for, this might not be the one. But included are these Whirlpool. This is a microwave, the range, and right over here you have the dishwasher. Behind us, we have a Whirlpool refrigerator, but that's not included. In Texas, whenever you buy a new build home, or even any home, refrigerators are not included because those can be pulled away from the house and just rolled away. But one thing that they do include is going to be a water tap, so you can connect your ice maker. And then speaking of water, you have this right here, which is a reverse osmosis drinking water fountain. I don't know if this one's on, but nope, it's not connected. But once you move in, you can get it connected and you'll be good to go. Mowing fixtures, so you got some really good quality fixtures in the home. And then the other thing that you may have noticed is you walked in, as soon as you walked in, I mean, you were right here in the living area, the dining area, and the kitchen. So what I like about that setup is that your guests just walked in the door and already they feel at home. So you don't have to worry about them trampling onto, the master bedroom or the other bedrooms. You can still keep it kind of private. But if you're in the kitchen and you're cooking and your guests are over here in the living room watching TV, you're still within eyesight and you can still talk and be part of the conversation, which is very important whenever you're entertaining. Now, once we move over here into the master bedroom, you'll see that there's plenty of space in here. It opens up and I mean, it feels really, really tranquil. It feels really nice. You have these big windows that let in all this sunlight. And I don't know if you've seen this or if you know, but now these windows, the way they make them, you can open these windows, you can pull them down so you can clean them from the inside. It's a really neat feature. One thing that's not included is this accent wall right here, but this is so easy to do. It just makes the whole room pop. So let's turn around and go into the bathroom so you can see what you get when you buy one of these homes in the bathroom. So you have a dual vanity, so you have a his and hers. You have plenty of space to put your stuff into. And on the right hand side right here, on my right hand side, your left, you have a walk-in shower. No tub in here. I kind of like to take showers, so I'm not really worried about that. You have your water closet with a door, so you have privacy. And then you have this nice walk-in closet, so you can hang all your clothes. Now, some pro tip, this is what I tell my clients. This is kind of a waste of space. So what I always recommend is that they move this one up a little bit, and then you put a second row here. So you double the capacity. And then on the very top, you can put like shoes, or you could put sweaters or things that you don't use all the time. So kind of a pro tip. I do it in my house, so I recommend that people do that as well. Now coming over here, we're gonna go ahead and head into the other area of the house, which is separated. So the children's rooms are not, in the same area. So they have their privacy and you have your privacy. And speaking of privacy, right here is the guest bathroom. So your guests will use this bathroom. You have a 4-piece bathroom, which is the shower, the tub, the toilet, and the sinks. You do have a double vanity here as well, because this bathroom is also shared with all the other bedrooms. So there's 3 more bedrooms to go, and let's go ahead and take a look at those. I always like the way they do the designs, right? The way they stage these homes. It makes you just feel real comfortable and real alive. My youngest son likes to play soccer, so that's a great idea for his room to hang up his soccer balls, because he does play soccer quite a bit. The rooms aren't like absolutely humongous, but this is a full-size bed and there's plenty of room to still walk around. You have a closet, you have a nice window that lets in light, and I like the treatment that they did there. The accent wall, it looks really well. It works, right? Then you have 2 more bedrooms, one here to the left and one to the right. Let's say you don't need 4 bedrooms, maybe you just need 3 bedrooms. You can convert one of these into an office. I mean, easy peasy, right? But you definitely have the space to go. And then this door right here would lead you to a 2-car garage, which is not a garage right now because new home sales consultants work out of the garage. They convert it into an office space. So that's pretty much the house. Again, if you were to buy this house, it is going to be about $305,000, which is a really big steal, especially here in New Braunfels. Like I mentioned earlier, that people don't want you moving here, but with these prices, who can resist? Like, you would absolutely want to move here, wouldn't you? If you have any questions about this home or about any of the other new build communities that are here in New Braunfels, do me a favor. Get on that QR code, snap it, give me a call. Let's schedule a call so we can get you situated. And if you work with an aggressive realtor like myself, trust me, we can get you sub $300,000 in this house right here. So let's go ahead and keep on showing you the rest of New Braunfels and what it has to offer. All right, so my assessment in New Braunfels is that it's a nice place to live. If you want to live out away from San Antonio, I mean, it's a great option. But remember, a lot of people come here, they're vacationing, they're making noise, they're just hoo-haing. but I mean, it's a nice place to live. And as far as, crime rates go, they're lower than San Antonio. The education is good. And actually, the market has gotten really good. If you haven't bought a home in the last couple of years, know that in San Antonio and in New Braunfels, home prices are declining a little bit. So this is a great opportunity to jump in and buy a home. Again, you can do it from $300,000 on up. And in some cases, if you have an aggressive agent like myself, you can buy a home for under $300,000 here in New Braunfels, which is a good buy. Would I live here? Not personally, but it has all the right things. It has low crime, good schools, affordability, and a ton of things to do. So if that's what you're looking for, do me a favor, give me a call, let me know so we can set up an appointment and we can find you the perfect home. And till then though, just watch some of these other videos and we'll see you on the next one.